everybody, Kenny here. Thought I'd give you a little garden update for March 2024. You know, sometimes you have plants and you just don't know what to do with them, but you just have to get them in the ground. I've got these 3 garas. There's one here and another one down there, another one further down. Well, they were in the front yard and they were in the wrong place. So I had to dig them up and didn't know what to do with them. And first I just set them out here for a while, and then I said, well, maybe I'll make a flower bed back here. I want to get rid of this lawn anyway. Anyways, I dug them in, and then I was up at one of our local nurseries that has good prices, and man, they had all kinds of some cannas. And I got a few. I didn't know what to do with them, but you know, I got these daylilies coming up. You know, after middle of July, they start looking kind of crappy, and so I got these cannas down in here and some other things. Hope they'll grow up. By the time those things go down and start looking brown or ugly, it'll kind of cover up some of that. And then I went ahead and got some these hyacinths. Oh man, do I want to get more of those. You know, the tulips are coming up. Good time of year into March. Almost got the tulips in kind of late and the hyacinths, but they're doing really well this year. And I got some crocuses, and a couple of them happen to be white. I think that's really cool, man. I got to get a lot more of them this next year. I love the crocuses. They don't last long, but they sure come up neat. Anyway, so I've got this bed going in the backyard. I also have some the black and blue salvias. I have one in a pot near the patio, and it's gone through 2 winters and come back, but these other ones I'm not so sure. One of them, I think this one, it's got some new growth on it. But these other guys, I don't know. They're looking a little ragged, a little dead looking, but we'll see. And you can see the cannas, they get some sprouts on them, so that's a good sign. And old Bymart had some bare root trees this spring, like they usually do, and they had a couple peaches I wanted to get, so I got them in the ground. I like to build up a little bit. I've been digging up some stuff from the front yard by the curb. I know it's got some weeds and stuff in it, but you know, I found I don't really have too much problem once I get these covered with some cardboard and mulch. Those weeds seem to disappear, and plus that gives them a little vegetable matter in the ground when they rot away. Something else I want to show you, I forgot. Back here is my rosemary, and it's just about full bloom right now. Even the bees are out today. Yeah, we're in the high 50s today. You know, I'm in zone 8B, Southwest Oregon. We had a nice little early spring, it seemed like, and then turned cold and wet again. We almost had some frost even, but not too bad. This rosemary always does good. And my Swiss chard in the vegetable garden, it's first year I had it in, you know, it went to seed, it bolted on me, and they all fell over and they reseeded themselves, and this year I've got all kinds of Swiss chard. I really like that. And you can see I got a burn pile I got to get done here pretty soon. That's my apple prunings this year. It needed it bad. It was I still need to get up there and do some more. And my snowball, look at this thing. It's really coming along nice. It's it's almost going to be too big for the vegetable garden. I'm going to have to really trim it back in a year or two. But it's got all kinds of Nice balls developing. That's going to be cool. And I've got a few lily of the Nile. And I transplanted these a couple years ago. I didn't think they were doing nothing. They barely survived. But this year, it looks like they're going to bloom. I got these buds coming up. There's two there and there's one over here. And they're even having babies, it looks like. So I really I'll find a little better spot for them. And the back here behind the rosemary, and three blue. I got three raspberries going, and they're coming on strong this year, looking good. Yeah, can't wait. And I have a spirea here. I like to cut it back every year down to a nice bowling ball size, you know, or that shape. And I didn't do it last year, and it was just kind of leggy. I like it when I cut back and makes a nice mound. Yeah, my back patio by my fig tree, it's getting some leaves coming out. I love this thing any time of year. In the winter, no leaves, but it has a really interesting shapes to it. It's a big old tree. Yep, these tulips, they've been in here a few years. They're still blooming. Not doing as good as they did the first year, but you know how that goes. But these ones came up really nice this year. Look at this one, just opened up today. Yeah, these ones are almost getting ready to drop, but that's life in the fast lane. Here's my other black and blue salvia. So I need to cut back some of the old wood a little more. But I got some tulips and a hyacinth coming up in there too. I just love those pink hyacinths. Yeah, my crab apple's got its blossoms, but this thing's just been such a pain. It's a monster. I kept sending up these suckers, and I just finally one year I just quit cutting the suckers out. Now they've kind of taken over, and the main part of the tree isn't looking too great. I might have to just get rid of this totally. There's a blackberry coming up in it. And Oregon's favorite plant, the wild blackberry. Remember last month I was talking about this heather, and here it is, the end of March. It's still looking good, although it's just about starting to fade out now. Get some brown. The blossoms are turning a little brown. Man, it's been a good year for this thing. And in the front yard here, we got some other kind of lilies that come up. I'm not sure if they're Peruvian lilies or what, but they're leafing out real nice. My roses, I got them pruned back pretty good this year. They're all leafed out, looking good. This is my pie cherry tree. It's loaded with buds. I wish I had two more of these. I love making that kind of a sauce out of the cherries. Put it on ice cream. Yeah, it won't be long. We'll be getting roses. I've been working on getting rid of my pyracantha. Take my advice, don't ever put pyracantha in your yard. This is where the main bush was, and look all the roots and stuff. This is the sprouts coming off the roots. I got to try to dig some of this out, and I never found anybody that knows what to do with them. You can see, they just come up everywhere, especially after I tried to cut them out one year, and they just came up everywhere. There's some more in the fence I got to get out. And my irises are coming on strong. I gotta get more grass out of here. I work on this all the time, it seems like, and never get rid of all that grass. But this is the favorite spot right now. I was talking about my heathers last month. They're just about going away, but there's still some pink in them. But look at these tulips and the hyacinths, man. And I got some ground cover, Bishop's Form, Erodium. Put some of those in, and I got to get some more. I'm going to put some stones in here. I'm gonna move some of these tulips. I thought, well, as long as they're blooming, let them bloom nice. My Daphne's got some pretty good little blooms on it for being just a little old thing. That's looking good. And down along the road, my Lithidora is doing pretty good. I think I've lost one here. It was hard to get into good water in the hot summer. They're coming along nice. Except I do have problems with the main swath of them. Here I just got some Walker's Low in. Got 5 of them. Hoping they do good. That's my tick seed there. No blooms yet, you know, but it's coming. And this is where I moved those 3 Gara from. And you can see I got sprouts of Gara coming up everywhere. Man, it's really hard to get all those roots out. They're pretty persistent. My lower pedalum is doing good. It's getting pretty good flushed out. It's not quite full bloom yet. But looking healthy. It's got some nice pink buds going on. And of course I got a few scattered daffodils and tulips here and there too. And I got a lavender in there, another one over there. My Paris. This really got some nice blooms this year. You know, this is the slowest growing thing. It's been in the ground at least 3 full seasons, maybe 4, I think at least 3. And it's actually got some red leaves coming out, and the blossoms that are, yeah, they're starting to look a little ratty, but they're still looking nice. In the middle there I got a fuchsia bush. I can't wait for that to start getting bigger. And it's already got some nice looking leaves on it. And behind that I got a viburnum. It's been flowering now for, I don't know, over a month I think. It's really doing good. And you can see over there my little more shady area. My heucheras popped wide up. They're looking really nice. Got 5 of them in there. And some daffodils coming through. I just planted this year. And got 2 azaleas here. And they're looking a little sparse in a way, but I think that's got lots of blossoms on it there. So I think it's going to survive and do pretty good. Yeah, you can ignore the tree trimmings. I haven't cleaned up everything yet. You know, it was turned a little nice. You got out and work in the yard, and then it turned nasty again. You don't get enthused. And I got some more hyacinths here, and some astilbes coming up. I think there's a couple of white ones there from before, and I planted 3 pink ones this year, so looking forward to that. And there's another white crocus. It's funny because I thought I had more multicolored tulips. Everything seems to be red this year. I'm not sure if they're just kind of reverting back to their normal, or over here there's a yellow one. I think a couple of yellow ones that come up late. One of my favorite ones. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad they came up so nice. So it's nice to have a little color this time of year. Not much else happening. Here's my main Gara bed. I pruned them way back here, I don't know, 6 weeks ago. They're starting to sprout out. And down here I've got 3 lavenders. I think the middle one's a Spanish lavender, and 2 other kinds, whatever they are. And a couple of helianthus. And then right here is an echinacea, but I'm not sure how it's going to do. I planted it late last year. Anyway, this will give me more of my wildflowers. I want to get some black-eyed Susans in here, and some more echinacea, and maybe some butterfly weed. And look at this thing blooming now. Yeah, I can never remember what these are, but man, it's a good year for them. This is kind of It's growing up in the what do you call that tree? Anyway, they're just looking great. Yeah, right now this is kind of one of my favorite views from this side. See the tulips in the background over the lower petalum, and my hydrangeas, I just got the old blossoms pruned off. They're looking nice and healthy so far. And a couple butterfly bushes, one here and two down there. And here's my oak leaf hydrangea. It's really getting well established now. Look, it's taller than I am. Yeah, good time of year is coming. Anyway, here's what I'm talking about with my Lysidora. Had a nice river of them last year. I got to plant some more down there where I've been pulling the weeds. I think I got them too close together. And I let them dry out, I think, last summer when it was hot. I thought I was getting enough on, but I really should have just soaked them. Anyway, I got some lupins coming, and this is my hot lip salvia. I pruned it way back because it gets so big so quick. And I got some liatris there coming up. They're some of my favorites. I got to get more of those. And here we got some dianthus. This one's done really well, really healthy. Got a few more of those planted around. My elderberry, man, it's looking nice. It's getting lots of new growth on it. It's tall. I can't even reach the height of it. This looks pretty. One of my best plants. It's really done good. And here I've got I bought this gardenia, you know, spent a few months in the 8-inch pot. I finally got in the ground a couple weeks ago, but it looks a little, I don't know. Not sure what's going on there, but most of it looks healthy. Anyway, I hope it survives. Here I got some speedwell. These in the front here are white. They were supposed to be pink. Those ones I ordered from online, but they came white instead of pink, but that's okay. And then I've got some more red fox down there. Just got in last year late. I had to dig these up and redo them because the grass had just taken over this one little area. I didn't get it mulched very good to begin with, I guess. So they're kind of lagging behind a little bit, but they're coming back. And here I got strawberries that are just taking over. Still can't decide whether to try to eradicate them or embrace them. They're coming across my pathway and into the other part of the garden. But it is a pretty ground cover in a way. Here I got some daylilies. They're halfway up. And a yellow tulip. And some white hyacinths, which surprised me because I thought there were some pink ones in there mixed in, but maybe they're all, I guess they were all white. Yeah, I got a few of the parrot tulips in here, the lavender looking ones. Those are real nice. I got a couple more over here. Here I had a tulip that, some bulbs I didn't get in the ground last year. They're just sprouting in the box. It's been pretty though. And I picked up some more geraniums the other day, getting ready to put those in the garden. Yeah, this is where I've been getting some of that dirt from the backyard where I was doing those berms and for those apple trees. Well, I wanted to sneak over to the neighbors and show you her tree. Tulip tree's just about done blooming, but it's been beautiful. Really nice. Some people just have a well-kept yard, huh? This is what I really wanted to show you though. You guys recognize this? It's a redbud tree. It's a redbud bush. This thing is great. The colors on this thing, I mean, you see it a mile away. She has indoor cats, and the cats like to look out these windows to see what's going on with the neighbor's cats. So she always keeps this trim down below the windowsill. Pretty cool. Man, this thing is just loaded every year though. It's so great. Anyway, guess I'll end this video right about here. Talk to y'all later.